Hi, and welcome back to Allison Bakes Your Day. This week I am baking my friend Scott's day, and he is a big fan of carrot cake. He loves carrot cake, and so when I heard that, I was like, I'm gonna make you a carrot cake like you've never had before. Woo! So today we are using purple carrots. We're gonna make a purple carrot cake. It's gonna be cool. I've got a bunch of fun ingredients. You know, traditionally carrot cake has pecans in it and raisins, but I'm actually doing some dried cherries and some pistachios today because I thought that would be a fun twist. I've had these lovely cherries soaking in brandy overnight, so they will be brandy soaked cherries going into the cake. And then I shelled my pistachios last night because, again, they don't sell shelled pistachios that aren't salted. So that was fun. First thing I'm going to do is peel these carrots and then get them grated quickly here in my food processor. Full disclosure, it's like 6:50 in the morning, so I'm tired. Let's do this.
Oh, also, almost forgot. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to be browning some butter. So I'm going to use browned butter in this recipe. My carrot cake research, all the recipes called for just vegetable oil, and so I'm going to start with some brown butter because I want that flavor in there, and then I'll supplement with some sunflower oil to get it up to the right amount of liquid that we need. Okay, so we have our butter cooking down here, bubbling. All those frothy parts at the top, that's the milk solids that are cooking off, and that's the beginnings of browning your butter. Just wanted to give you a little sneak peek.
Okay. I hope that was fun for you to watch. It was fun for me to do. My dog was very confused by what was happening over here. It was quite hilarious. Got our butter nice and browned, and I'm just gonna strain it through here to get rid of all those milk solids. Now when you brown butter, you do lose a lot of butter, which is why I was just gonna do the 1 cup and then supplement with oil. I'm gonna actually put this off to the side, and then all this stuff on the top, I'm gonna skim it off. The recipe calls for 3 cups of carrots, shredded carrots, and I looked that up, and that's 450 grams. I wanted to do it by weight because it's more accurate. Dun, dun, dun. So that's only 412 grams. Gonna do 1 more carrot.
Don't go anywhere.
So the construction has begun on both sides of our house. So you're gonna hear it in the background. I have no control. That's it. You can hear it. They're building houses around us. Great. All right, so we are going to measure out our dry ingredients. We need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, or 270 grams. Need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, flying things. Okay, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, wrestling with my spices. Just a pinch each ground cloves and ground ginger. Pinch. I'm just going to whisk all this together. We have this beautiful browned butter that I made. Super exciting. So the recipe only calls for 3/4 cup of oil. And actually the full cup of butter that I cooked down to brown is now exactly 3/4 cup. I'm just gonna go with it because it's in its liquid state. Should be the same principle as using oil. It is just a liquid fat that we're adding. I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of light brown sugar and 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. What's up, Ruby? Are those construction noises stressing you out today? Add all that brown butter goodness. To cream the butter together with the brown sugar. With the, what am I doing? Says for a minute. Next we have to add 3 eggs. Planes flying, construction going. 1/3 cup of yogurt. Get in there. Yogurt. And now the fun part. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of beer. We're putting beer in this cake. We're getting this cake wasted. Drunk cake. So I bought these from Trader Joe's around the holidays, and they're okay. It's supposed to be a stout. It's more like a porter or a dark brown ale. It's not as thick as a stout, but it's a gingerbread called ginger beer. It does definitely have a lot of those flavors, which are used in this cake, so I figured it would be a nice addition to boost up that cinnamon and ginger. So you just need 1/2 cup. When you use beer in a cake, you want it to be at room temperature and fresh. The recipe that I'm basing this off of called for lemon zest, but I've decided I'm going to use one of these lovely blood oranges and do some blood orange zest in here. It says 1/2 lemon, so I'm doing about 1/2 the orange. Zesty. Grab my handy dandy little brush. Get all that zesty goodness in there. Zesty bits.
Bait for another minute. Beat it.
Almost forgot to add my sea salt. Next we're gonna add the flour in a few batches. So my stand mixer came with this cool guard so that it doesn't splash flour everywhere. It's pretty fun. Get this started. Just scrape down the sides. So I'm just gonna make sure all this flour that's in here is getting incorporated. Oh, it smells so good. Oh man, that smells fun. It's looking like cake. One last little spin around since I scraped all the sides down. Next, I'm gonna rough chop some pistachios to go in the cake. This is Ruby. She is very excited and intrigued by all the food that is happening. And she wants lots of attention right now. All right, we're gonna add in our pistachios. Now it doesn't say to do this in the recipe, but from what I've learned watching baking show is that when you put fruit like this in a cake, you wanna coat it in flour and make sure they're not too wet because then they'll just sink to the bottom. I'm just gonna wipe out this bowl. So early for both. So early for both. Sprinkle them with a little bit of flour and get those coated in that. Will help them not sink to the bottom of the cake while it's cooking. This way you'll get an even disbursement of your fruit throughout the cake. Hopefully. Yeah. Adding our carrots. So many carrots. We're just gonna stir all of this to combine.
I almost forgot. The recipe also says to add 2 tablespoons of the booze that you soaked it in. So I'm going to add this brandy, this cherry infused brandy to it as well.
I have my cake tins greased and lined with parchment paper. So we're going to evenly split this between these two cake pans. I'm going to pop these in the oven for 20 minutes and then check on them and see where we're at. Okay, I pulled one cake out of the oven, got another one in there for just another minute. They took about 30 minutes.
Look at that! Look at that! Oh my god! They smell amazing. They look beautiful. And now we just have to wait for them to cool, which is gonna take hours and hours and hours. So I'll see you later to make the frosting. Here's our lovely cakes that have been cooling for quite a while. More construction. So much construction.
This next part is really fun because I'm pulling inspiration from a couple of different recipes to kind of create my own. So since I would since I'm using purple carrots in the cake, I thought I would use some purple sweet potato in the icing. What? Oh my god. So we are going to make a maple purple sweet potato cream cheese frosting. Since carrot cake is traditionally cream cheese frosting, we're going to continue with that. I'm going to add a little of this pistachio flavor, the extract that I got for the other recipe. And we're going to add some additional brown butter. Can't see that.
More brown butter. More brown butter.
3 tablespoons of brown butter. I'm sad to report I melted my little tablespoon measuring cup. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just strained my brown butter directly from the hot pan into the cup, and it cracked and broke and melted. And now it's sad. Now I need a new one. That's fine. We'll get a new one. Don't worry. And instead of using milk to thin out anything with the sweet potato or the cream cheese, I'm gonna add some extra beer for our liquid element if we need anything to be smoothed out. I know for sure I'll be using it with a sweet potato to puree it and get it nice and smooth before I smash it all together with the cream cheese and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna start by peeling and chopping this, tossing it in some water to soften. Hi, remember this bird's eye view? We're doing it again because I really liked it last time. I'm going to build the cream cheese part of our frosting while our sweet potato is cooking. So we're going to mix our softened cream cheese, the browned butter, half of our maple syrup, and a little bit of blood orange juice to add that back in since we put some blood orange zest in the batter. Woohoo! 1 package, 8 ounces, a full cup of softened cream cheese. We're 227 grams. Get in there. Yeah. Our beautiful browned butter. Browned butter. Gorgeous. Too close. Our gorgeous blood orange. Right in there. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden a New Yorker, but the blood orange made me do it. Blame the blood orange. Pro tip, when you are measuring something sticky and sweet like maple syrup or honey in a measuring cup, spray it with some vegetable oil, coconut oil, whatever kind of spray you have, or you can lightly coat your fingers and coat the inside of your measuring cup. Makes it slide out nice and easy. Fourth cup of maple syrup. Look at that. Pinch of sea salt. Boop. And you know what? Half a teaspoon of our cherry infused brandy. Cause why not? Boozy. All right. This next part, we're gonna be doing the purple sweet potato portion of the frosting, and then we'll combine them together. So you need a cup of the cooked sweet potato, or 150 grams. Toss that in there. Add the other half, our other fourth of a cup of maple syrup in here. 1/4 of a teaspoon of our pistachio extract. I'm gonna start with just a tablespoon of the beer. All right, locked and loaded. Let's pulse it. Smell that pistachio. Okay, see what that did. Boop, open. Scrape this down, scrape this down. Oh, that already looks beautifully smooth. I don't think we need to do any more. Amazing. Look at how beautiful that is. Okay, now I am going to add our cream cheese mixture into the purple potato mixture so that I can get it nice and smooth. I'm gonna let this chill and firm up in the fridge a little bit before I frost the cake. So stay tuned, we'll be back. Whew. What a day. So I felt very innovative because I don't have a cake stand or any kind of pedestal to put the cake on to ice it easily. So I just flipped my cake pan over, created myself a little pedestal because I'm a genius. We've got our cakes. We've got our purple sweet potato cream cheese frosting. We've got our construction, as always. We're just gonna glob some on. I'm gonna attempt a semi-naked frosting. Ooh, risque. First, we're just gonna glob this on in between the layers. I love the color of how this turned out. I like that it's a subtle purple. So I'm actually not gonna ice the sides right now because we're gonna try to go for this naked icing. Naked icing. Woo! More PG-13, folks. More PG-13. Should I be louder? The construction's quite loud for me. I don't know how it is for you guys. All the time. Someday I'll have one of those nifty things that you can just spin around and you go just like that. And lift, clap. It's a cake. We did it. Boo, 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 blah, blah, blah. Make it gloppy, then you smooth it. Why not even? There we go. It's hanging off the one side. Let's frost the front so you can see it. Ooh. So yeah, with the naked cake, you just want the cake itself to be peeking through the icing, so you don't want it to be completely covered. You just want the cake to do a little like peekaboo, like, ooh. Great, so we did it. We did our nice little peekaboo naked cake. Naked cake. Avert your eyes. The cake is naked. Now let's see if I can take the rest of this frosting and do some fun piping work on the top of the cake. Y'all remember my little piping gun? Just gonna do a fun design around the edge here. Oops. Shh, you saw nothing. It's so pretty. I did it. I made it pretty. I want to like do more, but I also don't want to mess it up. It's kind of becoming like a little Christmas tree. Huh. Oh, it's kind of like a carrot. Sure. It's a carrot. Look all a little wonky towards the end there, but I made a fun little pattern. It's fine. I'm working on it. We're experimenting. We're having fun. This is a learning experience for me, so woo! I call that good. Nailed it. Nailed it. Hopefully it tastes good. I hope that they love it. I'm gonna keep dancing.
Thank you so much for joining me for this week's episode of Allison Bakes Your Day. I hope I baked your day, and I hope I baked Scott's day. We're about to find out.
All right, Scott taking a bite of his pretty purple carrot cake.
Made from purple carrots.
Is that yummy?
Mmm. No, it was really good.
Good. Okay, I want to eat some now.
Success.
Woo!